All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So, the election is here. It's coming tomorrow, but don't forget about crypto. Don't forget about crypto. I think, honestly, they, I'm not going to say it's scheduled, but I think Satoshi, when he created Bitcoin, he knew about, the 4 year election cycle. He was obviously he created BTC because he wanted to stop the printing of money. He wanted to make sure that, he wanted to create something to where a supply of an asset can't be printed, can't be created by anybody. And I think he also considered the 4 year election cycle, right? Now, whether he put it in, he did it that way so people could forget about crypto, I'm not sure. But typically, when we have, uh, when prices are about to shoot up for assets, specifically crypto, you always have this big event next to it, right? Like the elections, and everybody's so focused on who they're going to be voting for and things like that that they miss this whole opportunity to build some wealth as far as it pertains to crypto, right? We only get this cycle every 4 years. It's not like it comes every couple months. It comes every 4 years, and we get a lot of assets that do a 10, 20, 30, 40x. And yeah, I think, you know, if you're gonna go vote and stuff like that, well, you probably already voted, right? Well, maybe some people are voting at the last second. But if you're going to do that, just don't forget about crypto. If you're new to crypto, maybe it's something you take a look at before we get into the new year. Because honestly, I think in the after this election, which is tomorrow, I think Bitcoin is going to shoot up close to 80K, in my opinion. I think we're going to get 80K BTC. And then after that, we're probably going to get the BTC dominance slow down a little bit. And that's when you're going to see altcoins explode and you're going to see popular narratives take off. So, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen now. Typically, hold on, let me pull up this chart. Oh, let me do a mic check really quick. Let me do a quick mic check. Let me do a quick mic check. Give me just a second, because every time I don't check the mic, it doesn't work. Really quick. All right, so the mic is working. Mic is working. Let me do a quick mic check. Give me just a second. All right, mic is working. Cool. All right. Yeah. So, um, I think that's one of the things that happen, like the things that happen all the time. Like when you see, and I'm pretty sure when Nvidia was running up, there was like some other event happening where not a lot of people were focused on it, right? So I think that's what you're kind of seeing with crypto, or what you see with crypto, because it's a 4 year cycle. Every time we have a halving, it's going to be election year. So most people will be paying attention to the election and who they want to win, opposed to paying attention to crypto. Now, not saying that your politics is not important, but I think there's a big opportunity to build some wealth in the crypto space if you pay attention, and it's one of those things that it comes every 4 years, right? It's not like I said, it doesn't come all the time, and we'll see. I'll show you my chart now. Let me share my screen. Give me just a sec. But yeah, so let's go back to the previous cycle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me the last 3 dates. The last 3 dates of presidential elections. I know there was one in 2020, then obviously like 2016. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and then we're going to look at the chart and see what BTC did after and before those dates, right? So we could just get a overview of what's going on. All right. So November 8th, 2016, Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton. All right. So if we go to 2016. The 8th, right? It's so hard to get these. All right, right here. Okay, so BTC was at 710. All right. So shortly after, going into the new year, BTC started to creep up to $1,000, right? 2,000, all the way to its all-time high of, you know, 17,000. And I think it actually went up to 20,000 that year, the 2016. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, since we didn't get the run up in, like, typically we get a run up right after the election. All right, so the election was, let's go back again. The election was right here, 11/8, like right around there, 710. And it took BTC did a 4x by August, right? Now, I'm not sure if it's going to take this long. Okay, so that was the first date, right, from November 8, 2016, and then it got to its peak December 2017 and kind of just fell from there, right? Okay, so let's go to the next date, November 3rd, 2020. Joe Biden defeated Donald Trump. All right, so let's go to 2020, November 3rd. 2020, November 3rd. 2020, November 3rd, 2020. Right here. All right. BTC was at around 13,000, or let's just say around 10 to 11. And after that election date, we shot up all the way to 70K, right? Basically, that was like the all-time high. Okay, so, and then the next one, which is November 5th, 2024, which is tomorrow, right? Are we going to see BTC shoot up, 1 to 2x? Right now, it looks like it's following the path of 2016 and 2017, but we just don't know. I think the whales control the market, so I'm not sure if we top out towards the end of the year 2025, or we top out in that April timeframe, right? Because in 2016, 2017, we topped out in December of 2017, and then the last bull market we peaked at April, but then towards the end of the year as well, we kind of spiked up again, right? So most likely it'll run towards the end of 2025. Now we're not sure how long it's going to take to get to that peak, because to be honest, in 2021 or in 2021, 2021 we peaked at around April. We dipped, and then we got to the ultimate peak in November, right? But really, I mean, it wasn't really that much of a difference, right? So if you cashed out here somewhere near the top, you really didn't make that much if you held until November. So yeah, I think people want you to pay attention to the election, and for some people it's for good reason, or not. I guess which candidate you're going for, but yeah, I would say also if you're going to pay attention to the election, also pay attention to crypto, and maybe you think about doing some research and allocating a portion of your portfolio maybe to like a BTC, right? I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying to do your research and look at history, right? Look at what BTC does on average after an election. I just showed you 2016 through 2017. I showed you 2020 through 2021, and now we're coming around that same date in 2024, going into 2025, and I think we're going to get the same parabolic move, right? Now, it just depends if you're already positioned and you have your assets ready to go. Again, a big part of doing well in the crypto space is having conviction, then also being in the hot narratives that are going to take your portfolio to great heights, right? So, again, pay attention to crypto. This has happened the last 2, 3 years where after the election, we see parabolic prices, and the election's tomorrow. So, hopefully you do have a position. Hopefully you do have some crypto. Hopefully you do have some exposure, and you take advantage of this parabolic run. I didn't go back to 2013, 2014, but I'm pretty sure it was the same thing. Whoever got elected, what was it? It was probably 2012, 2011, 2012. Whoever got elected then probably, that's actually at the time that BTC was coming out. So maybe it did, or maybe it did go parabolic, but it probably took a little bit more time. But you see the pattern from 2016 to 2017, from 2020 to 2021. Now we're here 2024. Election is tomorrow. It should be very exciting. BTC is actually holding up pretty well, right? It's at 66.69 or 66.90, 972. But I honestly think it's just getting people to get like they're just shaking out the market right now. Whales to me are just shaking out the market. So that's why we're having this little dip. But I think tomorrow, and especially as we find out who's getting elected, to me, does it matter who actually gets elected? I think, I think that BTC crypto is going to do well no matter what. But obviously, if you've been reading the news and looking at Twitter or X, and you can see who's. I would say they both. I'm not going to say obviously one candidate favors crypto more, but I don't think any of them have spoken that bad about crypto or bad about crypto. I could say that, where it's like you really haven't heard anything super negative where it's like, oh, this person is going to just take crypto. Now, obviously, there's a narrative out there that one side is, pushing for crypto, but you have to see whoever gets elected, you have to see what they do. Because a lot of people could say what they want prior to getting elected, but as soon as they get into the seat, do they actually do what they say? So, I say like the months prior to an election, you hear a lot of stuff from candidates, and they say, oh, well, we're going to be, pro crypto. We're going to do this. Not that much regulation. And then once they get in office, none of that goes. So, but for me, I think BTC and crypto are going to do well no matter what. I think we're going to reach all-time highs no matter who gets elected. We may see a dip depending on who gets elected, but who knows, right? But yeah, that's my take. It's going to be very interesting to see what crypto does in this week and then next week. It should be very exciting. Again, not financial advice, but if you're not in crypto right now, maybe you think about looking at BTC or Ethereum. I think those are kind of like the blue chip, maybe like a Solana as well. Take a look at those three and see if those projects interest you, and maybe it's something you dive into, right? But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.